So, we'll be starting with our first game, guys. It's going to be round of 16. And we will introduce the players as soon as we get into it, and as soon as, of course, I change the scene, which last time I did forget, so not this time. Alright, there we go. So, we're going to be having our... I'm going to introduce this time, maybe next time you can do this, Scylla. We're going to be having Djem5 as our Teal Protoss at the bottom right location, and his opponent is going to be IFU SPX as the brown Terran at the top left location on Polaris Rhapsody. Good.
Yeah, Polaris Rhapsody, I mean, interesting map, I think, for TVP. It certainly is, you know, challenging for the Terran player to play this map, in my opinion, because it's so hard to get a gas base going here.
You mean about the third?
About it. Yes, exactly that.
Yeah, I see. Well, I would say that it's difficult to take a third, but you also have a few locations that are pretty narrow, which can help really big. If the Terran would avoid completely the center, there is a lot of locations where it becomes a little bit difficult for a Protoss to set a good flank. So that might work both ways.
Yeah, that's true on the other end as well, and we'll see how the players go about that. I mean, just in the opening stages here, both players pretty good Russian players, by the way, I think.
Oh, yes.
Djem5, we have seen a lot of games from him, but SPX, on the other hand, he's no-name too. He is very active, as far as I know, most later seasons. He also played in the Nation Wars for Russia in the lineup. I didn't see him play that much, actually, but I'm pretty sure he was in the lineup.
I believe he played, was it against Julian, and it had to be, I think, regamed because of some lag issues, if I remember correctly. So, I think he did play, yeah. But sometimes you do have these kind of problems. Okay, let's see what the players are doing. We do see, so far, nothing crazy. Both players playing what you would consider standard in a PvT, which is one gateway gas from the Protoss. He's making a Zealot though, which I find quite interesting, because...
Yeah, that's non-standard here.
Oh! Yes!
That's the SCV kill here. Djem5, he plays on the hate really fast. It's a nice move. I mean, he was very busy microing with that, and it kind of makes sense, because when you go for the Zealot first, and he goes for a second Zealot, by the way, here...
Oh my god, the second...
You want to delay your opponent's Marine count as much as you can, and you do that the best by harassing the SCV that's building the barracks. It's slightly later here, not a big deal, but it could become influential here as first Zealot is waltzing across the map.
There is also no like depot next to the barracks, which means that the standard style of how to kind of outmaneuver the... Oh, there we go. So okay, so SPX, I was wondering why SPX didn't do that and put his first depot at the top, but it seems it's okay. He's still gonna get the second depot there.
Yeah, many players tend to do that with the second depot. Don't ask me why. Actually, I don't know the reason why you don't.
I think I know why you could want to do that. The Marine. Oh my god, the Marine gets killed.
Oh, that god. Marine dies on the rampage.
Yeah.
No micro. Then it waltzes in. Second Marine is about to pop, but could be actually very close. You should focus here on the SCV that's building the factory. I think you want that factory to stop, but it finishes. Oh, that's good for SPX actually.
Very good maneuver.
Yeah.
I really like that move, especially because, in a way, what that does is that not only it actually stops the Zealot, but the depot is in a location where it's very easy to still help to defend the factory, so very nice placement of these buildings. I think, in a way, what I was thinking about before, the reason why you want to put the second depot instead of the first one is because that allows your barracks to be played wherever you want it to be. You don't have to actually commit to placing it next to something first. So maybe that's the reason.
Yeah, that could be the reason. And that didn't turn out very good for Djem5. He got 2 kills on, and then just 2 kills combined on the 2 Zealots, but he made 3 Zealots before he did any goons.
And the Vulture's going around, so it might actually get into the main.
Yeah, the Vulture's going around. The goon will be out in time. I hope he blocks it on the ramp. It doesn't rally it across the map. Oh, he does rally across the map. That's really bad. Yeah, he wrecked now, but it could be... yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't. Nice microwave.
Yeah.
Here. Bit of a, you know, terrified moment there for me.
Ooh, a lot of units. Oh, that's not good. Oh!
Very aggressive attack, but it seems to be working out for Djem. Very interesting here. Tank pops out. That should help to remedy the situation here.
I gotta say, I'm impressed how SPX is handling this, because he's handling it extremely well, considering that he's actually had a lot of trouble in the... Whoa.
And the goon goes down. Wow.
That's pretty impressive. I mean, the idea behind what SPX is doing is extremely simple. It's just difficult to always remember to do these kind of moves.
Yeah, exactly. Couldn't agree more. So, quite an interesting first game here, actually.
And we have mines already being laid.
The mine doesn't get off, but the second one will when he lays it at the entrance here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it does. It does. Now that's... Yeah, Djem has to defuse that, because actually he wants to rally units across, so there's no real way avoiding it.
There is one problem though.
Move here.
With that mine that is still left on the ramp, that means that that position is kind of like not only a spotter, but it also separates everything. Oh, and a Dragoon might actually get hit with that, yeah. So the good thing about that is that SPX knew that he could like completely without any problems move through that high ground area, because the other Dragoons were still at the natural. So that gave him kind of like a scouting situation, pretty good, although he does not have too many units, so he has to be quite careful with what he's moving out.
Exactly, he has to be careful here. I don't think he can commit to an attack, or even, you know, a contain, as he doesn't have the unit count to really do that. He goes for it anyway, comes in with 2 tanks. That's 6 Dragoons. But Djem has the micro back, he doesn't have an observer, his robo is very late. It's just about to finish. Some more mines go down. Now SPX might be in a position, yeah, to...
Yes, siege also, so it's not like... Yeah, exactly, so definitely SPX style is like a very late expansion, right? But so far, that's actually pressuring Djem a lot, because even if Djem does get an observer, he will still have to break this position.
Yeah, now Djem has to invest a good amount of resources to break this, actually. He's going for a shuttle. Yeah. Which he might need, and then he will get 2 more zealots, like 1 from each gateway, and try to break this. And I think he will be able to do it, as it's, you know, just 2 tanks. But if you look back at SPX base, this guy's in 1 factory.
Yeah.
He's getting his command center now. He's overcommitting to this. This is not some kind of aggressive play. And the tank's in a very nice position here, sieging down the Nexus. Might be true that Djem5 actually has to commit to this before some zealots can pop out. He hasn't started any zealots. So timing window is really closing here.
And like now 1 zealot is starting, but it's like way too late. I mean, the main problem with this is not only the fact that you have to actually kill the tanks. The bunker is still something that is gonna bother you at least.
Yeah, look at the Nexus. It's 300 something HP. It has to go now.
It's going down.
Yeah, it's gone. It just decides to let it go.
Yeah.
Wow.
And yeah, the third, I don't like that either, because the main problem with that third is that even if you do get, like, you have to transfer the probes, right?
He's shuttling right now.
Yeah, but even then, I mean, that helps, but he's right now with those not actually gathering anything, because the Nexus is not finished, and...
Yeah, it's a bit early, okay.
So, I mean, I understand the position that Djem5 is in. He just wants to make sure that he has some economy going, but SPX, man, so a single move that he's made was not like extremely good in mechanics, but it also always very smart. So I really like his game style. Look at the probes going back.
Don't do it! Don't do it!
If they show, oh my god, he's gonna show them.
Oh come on! Oh, and he sees him. He sees him.
He
loses 1 here, I think, but he saw. He must have seen it. And now he's wondering why is Propten coming up from the north side. There's something fishy here. In SPX, he can just punish it easily. Just 1 tank can siege it down.
I mean, we have a Reaver and 2 Zealots flying out on the shuttle through the hidden Nexus, not so hidden anymore, and
it's a good maneuver.
And SPX is getting turrets already. He's putting some defensive mines. He's got tanks sieged. Oh my god, that's like really extremely good defense against this. I mean, it's going to be really hard to even do any kind of damage with this drop, I think.
Of course. I mean, as a Terran player, if you're able to snipe the early nexus of your opponent, and you see him not expanding again, you kind of expect something like this, some drop play, and here the Reaver comes in. I mean, it largely depends here on the Reaver micro.
Yeah.
Shuttle micro.
And not even gonna hit anything. So, I mean, in a way, one base versus one and let's say a half, well, no, actually two base pretty much by now, is still pretty good for Djem, but the problem is that his Reaver drops so far didn't take any SCVs, so... Oh, we have mines.
I mean, he killed a tank, that was okay.
Oh! Oh! Oh my god!
That mine was beautiful by...
And even the tank, like, was completely ready for that drop? Wow. This...
Yeah.
I mean...
It's down to... Wow.
Oh, I actually missed that, but yeah, it replaced it, probably took it down. That's... I mean, even... There are some vultures even, like, looking for other expansions while all of this is going on. So, like, SPX is thinking that probably he shouldn't have this good of a position and something's not right. Now, he will spot now these two pilots, so he definitely knows what the situation is.
He has spotted it. The vultures were bugging out and he didn't notice for a
second, yeah.
In a small amount of time, but now he definitely has.
Yeah.
Then he can deal with it if he gets the second shuttle out fast enough.
Mm.
Which seems a bit dubious to me, actually.
Oh, he's actually going for it. He's trying to break the natural. I don't think that's gonna work too well for him.
I think he's gonna break it.
But
It's not gonna be
too much lost. I mean, in the process. That's what I don't like.
Yeah, I mean, what can you do? Eventually, you have to break that. And if the second base is going down, all the probes have died.
Yeah.
Now it's a very grim situation. Even if this Nexus survives, his probe count isn't too good. On 32. And yeah.
Funny enough, like the tanks are unsieged, and there are still mines in those vultures. So if the vultures actually lay even a little bit more mining, those dragoons are not gonna break that. Like,
Yeah, some more mines would be cool here. Ah, he does that.
Yeah.
Siege. Yeah, he does. So now Djem can't break this at all cost effectively. But
and
no, there goes the Nexus. So I think Djem is now forced to some kind of all-in move.
oh, I would say that the only thing that he can do is like double or triple expand and hope for the best, because there's no way he's killing his opponent. He might like break the tank line or maybe the vultures. You know, he might break that. But I don't see him actually killing his opponent, especially since he's even supply blocked because he lost the pylons at the hidden expansion.
Yeah, okay, I don't see him double expanding either, but I mean, it's just a very grim situation for Djem.
Ooh, the Reaver actually might be do something. Well, one out 2 SCVs, that's something.
Yeah, that's okay.
And
Not great, but it's okay.
it's going to the natural, but yeah, there's a turret there, so he has to be really careful with that.
Yeah, and the Scarab bugs out.
Yeah, pretty well like coordinated move from SPX. He's also now going to be attacked at the front, but I don't see that going too well with mines and 3 tanks sieged up. I think this is about the moment that Djem probably will GG after this. I mean, there's almost...
The back is very high.
Especially if he doesn't lose the Dragoons, maybe he wants to try something. I mean, the Reaver's still alive, but...
He does have a natural up again. So...
Oh, the shuttle is dead.
I mean, if he had done some more economic damage, he could have been in, you know, not a good, but an okayish shape. But the way that this game unfolds, with Djem being 10 workers behind roughly after the Terran, and the Terran being added in supply in the mid-game, it doesn't bode well, to say the least. It doesn't bode well. Actually, it's looking really bad.
Yeah, I mean, the standing army also for Djem5, like, it's not small, but... he's committed a lot of his like late game possibilities by going 7 gateways, so that means that it's going to be very difficult for him to have anything like more than one big attack. And I mean, if SPX even smells this, he's gonna be fine, because he doesn't even have to commit heavily to defense. He just has to produce constantly from his 4 factories, and that's gonna be fine. It's gonna be more than enough.
Yeah, exactly that. And I'm not sure what Djem is planning to do here. He has missed 1 or 2 rounds from his units. Okay, now he's going for another round of units, and he wants to take the third base here. Okay, so he does intend to bring it to the later stages of the game. And if you take a look at his tech, that's not very good either. He just started his Arbiter Tribunal. He does have leg speed, so that's okay. But
SPX is taking a yeah. I mean, I'm thinking about SPX because he's taking this like relatively slow. Like if you look at his factories, he's got 4 machine shops. Oh, an attack going on. Okay.
Yeah, it's the first tank siege. Almost all the zealots. Yeah, he has some zealots left, but I think he should go back once the zealots are gone.
He's already losing too much.
Yeah, he lost too many goons.
Yeah, and even the zealots.
Is okay, but the goons.
Especially, I mean, if you don't kill, like, if you only kill vultures, I think the zealots are not, I don't think it's even a good idea to attack, because there's still vultures left, they can still lay mines, they can try to harass something, and no tanks actually, I think, went down, maybe one of them, so...
Yeah, it wasn't a good exchange at all. I'm not faulting Djem5 here. SPX did hold that early aggression with very good micro, actually. That was really stellar, the way he defended that.
Yeah.
And the rest of the game, yeah, was a bit a consequence of that. The goon count was bad for them. His ops was late, and
oh my god, double! A Terran army is flanking a Protoss army, if you look at the Dragoons.
Oh yeah, they have nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. And yeah, look at that tank line on the left side, it's brutal.
I mean, it's...
Okay, now it's inching forward.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of funny, because you usually never see that, so...
Yeah. we can expect the GG momentarily here, I think.
I mean, I still don't think... I mean, Djem played definitely pretty well considering the situation that he was in. I just don't think that SPX really made a number on him. Really understood everything that was going on. I mean, every single moment that Djem tried to do something, SPX just reacted to it pretty much like you'd expect a very, very good player to do so.
Ooh, emergency DTs are overperforming here. Killing all the tanks, that's cute.
I mean,
that's all the tanks, really.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice. But if we look at the supplies...
No. It's not relevant for the outcome of the game anymore.
Yeah.
It's a nice play I'd like to comment on.
Of course.
Just for the sake of doing so.
And... yeah.
Yeah, that's a well played.
Yeah, well played. Very well played. I agree with Djem5. That was a pretty nicely played game.
Yeah, I agree with this assessment too. I mean... especially the early game defense by SPX was pretty stellar, actually. That's the way to go. That SimCity that you pointed out, with the 2 supply depots, the racks in the factory, really good. Some good SCV blockage too. And then when you trade off the early zealots favorably as a Terran and you get your first vulture out in a reasonable amount of time, you send it across the map, you could lay a mine, there was some damage on the goons, I mean 2 mine hit on the goons. And late observer means that he only had to poke in just a little bit to be able to siege up and really, you know, lay fire on the Nexus. And
yeah, I mean...
that's how the story unfolded. It's all in the early game to me.
The thing is, I think like there were very small details in that game that is actually difficult to point out. Like, for example, that first vulture, even though it actually didn't kill anything, when you later place mines in a few locations like this, and you know that the Protoss is kind of afraid of going through those areas, that actually gave SPX a very clear way until the natural. And that's very big, because usually what you want to do with the Dragoons is kind of kite, like hit a little bit and always maintain only taking shield damage. So I think that really changed a little bit the situation that was going on. Anyway, we do have the next game going ready already.